And we're live. Hello and good evening. I am Dr. Jenna Zellers, hoping I have good internet connection tonight. I am your host for the 21-day Mend Yourself Well Facebook Live Summit. And tonight I have a beautiful soul, Jamie Marvin. She's beautiful inside and out. And before I get her and I introduced her, I just want to do a little housekeeping. If you're watching us live, please comment below, #live. If you're joining us and you're watching the replay, please comment #replay. That really helps on our show. I'm so excited tonight. I have a friend. She's also partners with me in our private coaching community, and she's doing some really amazing things and has a long list on her list of aspiring things to do. And I know before long, and I get goosebumps just talking about it, I know before long, she's going to be taking the world by storm. So Jamie is a passionate woman, and she is passionate about making every day fulfilling. Her background is actually in biochemistry, so she has brains too, and she has a career in dental sales. She is the founder of a new movement called Smile Soul Bright, which she's going to be telling us all about today. She loves to empower people to connect deeply throughout the day. She's also a photographer, and will soon have an inspirational photography available. In her spare time, she loves yoga, the sunny beach, and helping strangers smile. Jamie, welcome. I'm so honored that you are here today.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Jenna.
Yes, absolutely. So, is our connection okay?
Yes.
Is our connection okay? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on. It's a little jumpy, but hopefully make it work right. I don't know if it's on my end. I don't know. I've been making my computer work overtime in this, so maybe that's the deal. So Jamie, tell us about you, and I know I gave you an introduction, but you, in your own words, tell us who you are and what you're up to these days.
Yes, thank you. In short, I am just like one of you. I am out there living this world and finding my purpose and helping others find theirs. So it's really been my passion the last 15 years. I'd say I've really committed to finding out more about myself and now empowering others to take steps to find those deep connections with people that they resonate with and to find that purpose in the world.
Awesome. Great. You've been doing a lot of work, and that's actually how you and I connected, is both are the same life coach. And so we're in her community. We're learning all about ourselves and how to make ourselves better. What would you say has been the biggest takeaway from your life coaching?
The biggest takeaway I've learned lately is that there is no such thing as perfect, and moving forward in imperfection is the only way to create change and movement in life, whether it's starting a business and putting that website up when it's imperfect, or even life things like leaving a job, getting married, having kids. I haven't been there yet, but I've heard from others too that all those things, it never feels 100% right. When you set the intention and you move forward in small steps, then you can make things happen.
Awesome. So talk about some of the small steps that you've been taking just since I've known you over the last few months. What have you been up to?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just, again, setting intention and then sitting with it and reminding yourself every day, what is it going to feel like when I have this life? And also looking forward, and then also the most important thing being finding fulfillment and joy in today. My biggest passion is that in everyday moments, we have the opportunity to connect with people. We go to the dry cleaner, we go to the grocery store, and sometimes we get so hung up on the past or the future that we forget to have a meaningful moment. And so if you want, we can jump into some tips on how to do that in a bit. But for me, the small steps are a meditation, intention, and finding joy and play in life.
Oh, I love it. So just a few months ago, and I hope it's okay I share, you weren't totally in love with your job. And nothing has changed. I mean, things have changed, and we're going to have you talk about that. But your job hasn't changed, but now you're finding more joy in your job. And I want you to tell us how you've done that.
Yes, that is absolutely correct. And the biggest thing is looking at it in a different light and using it as a way to serve people. That is my favorite thing to do, is to give back and to leave people a little bit better than I left them. It's easy to look at sales. I do sales. I'm in dental sales, as you mentioned before. And it's easy to look at sales as something where you're just trying to get the sale and it's sort of this really rough and tough thing. And actually, it's a really beautiful way to give back to people. In every instance, it's different, whether it's leading them to a new way of doing their business, leading them to a new product that will make their life better, simply adding value in a different way. And so the biggest thing for me is, instead of looking at the numbers of how much I'm selling, I look at the numbers of how many people I'm serving.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if we all just like shifted that, because that was one of the themes I wanted behind the summit, was that heart-centered entrepreneurship. I meet so many people, and I interact with so many people, and I help so many people who are these entrepreneurs. And I think deep down we all want to be running from our heart, but sometimes like our heads, because we've been so programmed to use our heads and get to the numbers and meet agendas and what's the word? Quotas and things like that, that we are so focused on that. And it really takes away, like you're saying, it takes away from connecting with others. It takes away from the joy when we are so up here all day. So other than meditating and setting your intentions, what are some other tips that you have for being less up here and more coming from your heart on a day-to-day basis?
Mm-hmm. Yes, the first thing I can say that helps me is just simply exhaling fully.
Oh,
So it's easy to get all like this and that, and anxiety and stress and people pleasing, whatever it is. And when we can just sit there and fully exhale, there's just a peace that sweeps in. And at that point, you can then move forward with those ways of connecting with people.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you say that, and in my life, would you say, like, when you were just a few months ago, when you were doing your job and you didn't totally love it, would you say that because you were more in your head, you were also less present with like all of those everyday moments that can be considered gifts?
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy to get focused on how I'm going to create the outcome that I want, and that leaves me not present. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
so when I can show up and just smile and look someone in the eyes and really find out how I can help them, then I can actually move forward and enjoy that moment.
Mhm. And since you've been making these shifts from being less up in your head and more heart-centered, would you say that you were also like attracting some pretty cool things?
Yes.
Like I mean, you told me the other day about some stories that happened like at the grocery store, I think. I'd love to hear a story of the things that you're attracting now, because you're actually probably a magnet to these new gifts. Your focus has shifted. Give us some examples of some really cool miracle stories that have happened to you.
Yeah, I have had an amazing life, and there have been gifts and beautiful miracles that show up continuously for me. They've amplified. So every day I pinch myself, and I also look for it. So it's important to realize that, when your birthday shows up on the time at that precise moment that a song you were just talking about comes on, that's a gift. Like that's brilliant. And then as I give, people come back with gifts, both physically and then more importantly, uh, in their time, in the presence that they give me, and the compliments.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And you've really been craving more connection. You had in your heart for a long time that you wanted to make a really big difference in this world. And so you decided to find a way to turn dental sales into a passion project. You wanted to do something on the side that, and you were so worried. I remember you were so worried that it's something as a passion project that it was going to somehow compete or take away, or maybe your employees might be upset with what you were doing on the side. You were like, I have to keep it a secret. But instead, you found this beautiful way to mesh your full time job with your new passion project. And by doing so, you're making a mark on this world. So tell us a little bit about the background of how that got started and what you're doing now.
Yeah, thank you. As life always does, it always works out looking back. And as Steve Jobs said, you can always connect the dots looking back. I've always been passionate about smiles. I even gave my high school graduation speech on smiles. And it's beautiful that I ended up in the dental space, and then I got to tie it all together. So the passion project and the movement is sharing the message that your smile is a gift. These bracelets are simply a way to spread the message a little bit more than verbally saying it. And it's really beautiful. What's coming out of it is, not only is it beautiful to receive and to give something, and have them be really excited about it, but it also feels amazing to give. And so I think back to serving and giving, that's the foundation of this life, is giving our love, giving our presence, giving our connection.
And you do that by just simply going up to strangers and giving them the bracelet and passing the message on, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Strangers and friends. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about like what that looks like for someone who's like maybe nervous about taking that step or coming out of their shell. Like, what is it like to just walk up to them a bracelet?
Yes, yes. And you perfectly said it. It can be a little, out of the ordinary, and and it's an opportunity to get out of that comfort zone to make someone else happy. And so what it looks like, and it's a little bit different every time. Sometimes I'll walk up to someone and say, I really want to let you know that your smile is a gift. Here's a bracelet for you. And usually I end up putting it on their wrist. It's a natural reaction. And I've had people tell me that they've made their day, that I've made their week, that they're, going to leave it on and they're always going to remember that. I think some of the most beautiful moments are when I've been in line, let's say for a coffee or anything else. And one time in particular, there was a lady in front of me and she was just being so rude to the lady behind the counter. And to me, I was just like, oh, this is a perfect moment to change her whole day. And without the intention of like, maybe it changes that moment. That's all that matters to me. It's like, if she feels loved in that moment, then it's worth it. And sure enough, it's just like a smile comes on their face, and I can see her just saying, "Wow, thank you," and then just being happy for the rest of the day.
As you were saying that story, I just couldn't help but like put myself in that environment and like picture what that would look like. And I actually like envisioned the energy of the entire coffee shop like shifting, because you know how when someone is grouchy and in a bad mood, you can actually like feel their energy from like across the room.
Yes.
And by your simple act that took 10 seconds, I literally could picture the entire coffee shop getting a little lighter and a little brighter. And it's like, wow, amazing. What if we're doing that? You know, if we all just took 10 seconds out of our day to give someone a compliment. I mean, we don't all have a company with a message and a movement on a bracelet, but it's not hard to compliment someone or help someone or reach out to someone. I mean, if we really men well, have to be more intentional about finding those opportunities. And so I love that you have something to give as well, and you're inspiring others. Just that movement in and of itself going. It's
Yeah.
really awesome. Yeah. How did you know that this is what you wanted to do? Like, how did you know? Like, what was it that you're, I'm gonna put it on bracelets, smile so bright. Like, how did you know? What was that like pivotal moment that you were just like, this is it, this is what I have to do?
Yeah, it came together, and it stemmed from a time when I traveled solo, and I bought beaded bracelets and gave them to the people who I met who just really impacted me, and I loved our connection. And I thought, why do I have to be on vacation to do something like that? How can I bring something back here? And then as I thought about what was really important to me, and that how the smile can move from person to person so quickly and change so many lives, it just really became clear what the message would be. And then I chose my favorite color, which is gray. And that's how the bracelets came about.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and I love looking at things deeply. Like when I look at the expression "mend yourself well," like there's actually a lot of tones that expression can take. Like one is like, it's a gentle invitation for you to do this, and another is like, mend yourself well. Like, I'm tired of doing it, now you do it. Like, you know, there's a lot of different tones that mend yourself well can take. And see I actually see that there's actually a couple tones to say the everyday gift is your smile. How does it go?
Your smile is a gift.
Your smile is a gift. And so like that, just like in and of itself, just smile, that is the gift. But then also like the first thing I thought of too was like, do what makes you smile, and that is a gift. Like that's the gift. Like, you know, making jewelry, that's a new gift of mine. Like I love it, it makes me smile, so that is the gift. Like searching for the thing that actually makes me smile, and then pass that on, and that is my gift to the world. So it's like, I don't know, you've probably already thought about this, but that's immediately what went through my head when I was really like dissecting your story.
Yes, yes, you said it perfectly, and I love hearing it from you. The other part of it, and the first thing that came through was smile soul bright, and that's what ties it all together. Is, you know, we can fake a smile, but I want to empower people to have a smile soul bright, a deep smile, like that eye squinting smile, and find what in life brings that out. For you, it's jewelry, which is beautiful. For me, it's photography and other things. And I want everyone to feel that and know that.
Yeah, I have a perfect example on that. Like, I have always cared way too much about what people think, and I've always been like around my environment, like I have to take myself so seriously. And just like 3 days ago, I was by myself. I was leaving Costco, and I had my shopping cart was full of dog food. So it was like really heavy. And so my cart was almost like self-propelling itself. So I took that chance, that opportunity, and I got like this running start. And then I put my feet up on the shopping cart and I let it take me across the driveway. And I was like, who am I? What am I doing? And I really think the only reason I've ever done anything like that is because deep down inside, from my soul, I'm literally smiling because I've made changes in my life and I'm happy and I'm excited to share, like passionate about life. And I think that when you start a passion project or when you move forward in the direction of your dreams, it's contagious. You just can't help but like the world sees that you're shining, and it's just, you can't hide it. You don't want to hide it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I love that. And when you go play on the Costco cart, that gives other people permission to do that. And then they can smile so bright.
Yes, it totally does. It's like, I'm sure like 4 cars were watching me like act like a 12-year-old, but I'm like, awesome, good, because then that gives them the chance to do it. And
yes.
Another example, like just 2 days before that, it was really raining here, and the ground was like soaking wet, and in some areas there's like a huge puddle. And me and my husband, we were walking into the grocery store, and there's a puddle, and I see it, and we're walking side by side, and I jump in the puddle, splash him, and he's like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "I'm just playing around. Like, I've never done things like that up until now." I'm like, the little kid in me is finally coming out, because we're doing the inner work to like bring out our inner joy. And I want to, and that's like why I'm creating this movement here, is I want else to find that too. Like, why not? Life is too short, right?
Yes, yeah. I love that. Thank you for that. Now you
do you have to
go do that?
Yes, go splash your husband with a puddle of water. Tell him Dr. Jenna told you to.
It's okay.
No, just joking. So we've like rambled on here, so let's we've talked about ways everyday life. We've talked about the power of giving. Tell us a little bit more about the power of imperfection and what you really have noticed in this movement that you're creating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the biggest thing to bring to light is that other people are always going to look perfect from the outside. It's easy to compare ourselves to other people in our industry, other people that are sisters, other people that are moms, other people that are doing things that we want to do, and say, wow, well, they're doing it perfect. How can I possibly even start? And know that behind every perfect scenario, there is always imperfection. And right alongside with that, it's that fear of like, how is this actually going to turn out? And it's not that we lose sight of the fear or we all of a sudden become perfect. It's just we decide to move through it. And we say, okay, I acknowledge that fear and I'm still going to do it. And I acknowledge that imperfection and I'm still going to do it.
And don't you think that when you do that, like you just build confidence and you build like good feelings about yourself, and you feel empowered and like, oh my gosh, like this is actually happening. This is better than I could have ever imagined it would be going. I feel like when you just move, just when you take those steps, like there's so much power behind that. Yeah. Yes, and now one of your next things is speaking on stage, right? And this is just another example of you just speaking your story, because it's when we share our stories that we find more connection. Do you want to add anything about that, about just like really speaking up and sharing your story?
Yes, 2 things. And back to what you're saying, you absolutely gain courage. I think of it like a muscle. Like when every time you work out that courage muscle, you get a little bit better. And it's easy to think of the big things, but we can also start with the little things, which can be as simple as going up to a stranger and giving them a compliment.
Yeah.
Saying, "Hi, you look great in that color," even if you don't know them. Or
Yeah.
for some people, going out to eat alone, going to an event solo where you want to go and you're just a little uneasy about how it's all going to play out, taking that step and finding connections there. So, yes, thank you for bringing that up, that it gets easier even though it's not going to go away.
I know that you are inspiring so many people. We've had a lot of people tuning in tonight. I know you're inspiring them just with your smile alone, but your story, your message, your movement, all an inspiration to those who are watching that also have a passion project, who also want to maybe find ways to get out of your own shell. So, Jamie, thank you so much for being on here tonight. So I want to figure out how we can let the audience know how to find a little bit more about you and your movement. So what are some ways that people can find you and connect with you?
Yes, feel free to go to our website, www.smilesoulbright.com, and you can put your email in there if you'd like to receive a guide to connecting deeper. So feel free to go there. If you type in live right now and sign up on the website, I will send you 2 bracelets, one for you and one for someone you want to give it to.
Oh, I love that. So if you're watching right now, while you're watching live, comment #live, and Miss Jamie is going to send you her movement bracelet. She's going to send you 2 of them so you can really be a part of her movement as well. So comment #live if you're watching this now. Jamie, that's so awesome. So we'll put the links to connect with you in the comments below. And if you go to her website, there's a free resource for everybody. So that's really great. And those were ways to connect deeper in every day.
Absolutely. Awesome. And then also you can follow us on Instagram at @smilesoulbright.
Awesome. I love it. And you have a giveaway too. We're going to let you pick the name of someone who wins yesterday's giveaway. And so the winner of your giveaway will be chosen tomorrow in tomorrow's live interview. And you're going to be gifting away a free 30-minute coaching call with a combo of 10 Smile Soul Bright Connection bracelets. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to have you do, let me grab my chart here. I'm going to have you pick a number between 2 and 69. And they will be the winner of yesterday's giveaway with Dr. Beth.
28.
28. Who is our lucky winner? That'd be really great if they were watching us live. This one was referred by Sequita. This is Atina Adair. Atina Adair, I hope I said your name right. You are the winner of the consult with Dr. Beth Smith, so she can make sure that your hormones and all your testing happy, and so she'll be spending time with you. The winner of Miss Jamie's contest will be chosen tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Jamie, is there anything else you want to add today?
I just want to say thank you for having me on, and if there's anything that anyone can take away, it's that you have the gift right here, you have the gift inside yourself, and I hope everyone listening knows that.
Oh, I love it. I love it, and I love you, and I'm so glad you're here. So everyone watching, we would love for you to just comment below what you took away from this video. I hope that all of these messages are inspired. We have this is our 5th interview, and we have 14 more to go. No, 16 more to go. I'm not the best best at math. So we have 16 more interviews to go. We're so excited you're here. We were doing a referral contest that's still going on, but I'm going to extend it until Wednesday so I can actually advertise it. I haven't even shared it with everybody what we're doing for the referral contest. So I'll share more about that tomorrow when I have some free time. So everyone for tuning in, thank you and have a good night. Jamie, thanks again for your contribution tonight.